number 5. Whoa! My lip is bleeding.
Do you guys ever drift that thing?
I love this car so much. Let's go! To the vlog, and thank you for tuning in. My name is Miss Amelia, and we are here today at EJ's Auto in Southern California. We're here because we are going to pull the engine on Poop Turd. I think I just blew engine number 4, you guys. We're about to be on engine number 5. This was the rare EJ207 that everyone loves, everyone dreams of. It is a stock STI engine from Japan that comes with forged internals, and I blew it. I didn't even have 100 miles on it, and I blew it. So we're gonna pull out the engine, disassemble it, and see what exactly failed. My money is on the bent rod. She is still dirty and covered in mud. I will give her a bath after we get her running. Oh look, the ice cream truck. And I know. I blow a lot of engines. It is not how they're built. I'm swapping in stock engines, and it's not that the stock engines are bad either. You guys, I drive and abuse my cars harder than anyone probably should. And Subarus, their EJs, are no different than Mazda rotaries. They just like to go. All right, fire her up. Not literally. Just turn her over. Wah, wah, wah. Oh God, that sounds worse than I remember. Hey Jesse. Knock knock.
Who's there?
My Subaru.
Oh.
How funny, you guys, in the video where I was swapping out the ECU new harness on Envy, I made a knock knock joke, just messing around saying knock knock, who's there? My Subaru. And this happened the next day. This is engine number 4. Like I was saying, the first engine dropped a valve. The second engine, I bought a bad engine. The third one, the turbo blew and sucked into the engine. But the fourth one now, we're thinking rod. Oh God. So here's the $1 million question that everyone is asking. I think I already know the answer. Jesse, did you guys actually drive the car to get it muddy, or did you throw mud on the car? Well, looking on the other side, I'm gonna say the latter. Guilty as charged. So there's a little accident when draining the oil. It got on the floor, but now we're looking at it for metal particles, and there is a little bit of glitter, but it's hard to say if it's off the floor or if it's out of the oil. But it does kind of have like a little shimmer to it. I see it. Yeah, I'm not convinced yet. It could just be metal off the ground. Hard to say.
We'll see.
Do you know what time it is?
PTT time.
Yes, PTT time.
I don't have hair no more.
Oh yeah, you cut your hair off. Damn, well then it'll just be me for PPP time today. Where are your safety glasses? Well, you guys, last time we pulled an engine in 25 minutes. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Last time we pulled an engine in 25 minutes. We're gonna see if we can do it in 15 today. I'll set you guys right here. Pull the engine?
Let's do it.
Pull the engine. All right, number 4, let's go, baby. How long did that take us? I think it was more like about 30 minutes.
Yeah, about half an hour.
Yeah, we were 1 person short this time, but 30 minutes pull an engine, or at least to get it to this point, it's pretty good. So first we pull it, then we disassemble it. This hook here is literally a Subaru. Dear God, I know you're gonna pull me soon. We give you a hook. Okay, the engine is officially out of Poop Turd. All right, so David from JDM of California came by, so you can see the carnage out of this engine. We're all so curious to see.
I was surprised, honestly. It didn't even last like, a few thousand miles. And when he called me, I was like, oh my God.
We really thought the 207 would be able to handle my driving, but I guess not.
Yeah, I guess not. Well, it's a Subaru.
Yeah, that's true too. I don't know what's worse, a Subaru or a rotary.
That's really hard now.
You guys comment below, let me know which one you think is worse. But yeah, I'm gonna, like we were saying for Victor's car, he's trying to catch up to me right now with how many engines he's blowing. We're gonna keep markers and tally how many days we go before we blow another. So with each engine, the first one I ever had, the stock one dropped a valve. The second one I bought a bad one, and that's why I was glad I met you. You sold me the third one, and then I don't know if it was the turbo that failed or a bearing that's spun. I think it was the turbo that we had rebuilt. So that one went, and then now the fourth one, bent to rod. Literally every problem that Subarus are known for has happened. You're the one who looks sad right now, man.
I was hoping at least, few months out of it. And the same thing as Victor too. Lasted for like a week.
It was 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah, he tuned it on a Tuesday and he blew on a Thursday.
Oh god. And then he had another scare the week after because a coolant line popped off.
Yeah.
It's all about how you drive them, I've noticed. Literally, the third one went from a pole. I saw a Jeep, I was like, oh, I'm gonna show you. And that was the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. I'm gonna do a racer flyby in my Subaru. And then just nothing. Alright, you guys, well, we're almost there. We'll pull it apart in a second for you to see. We were just talking about you.
I'm famous then.
You just missed David.
Oh, he left?
Yeah, we were saying you were racing me to see who can blow the most engines.
Yeah.
And I heard this is pretty fast.
Nah, not really. It's
Yeah?
kind of slow right now.
Can I get a ride in your slow car?
Sure.
Oh god, I'm gonna ruin your rap. Wait, remind me what you have, because you have like a hybrid engine, right?
Yeah, I have a 2.5 motor with version 8 heads.
E85?
Yeah.
That's fast.
Not really.
No way!
You again?
Wait, how do you say do you want to race in Spanish?
¿Quieres correr?
¿Quieres correr? Wait, how much horsepower is this?
Supposedly right now it has 480.
This isn't 480. To the wheels?
That's what they told me.
This isn't 480, sorry.
It's not, huh?
No. ¿Quieres correr? Oh yeah, you understood that? Too soon, Junior! It's great when they're running, isn't it?
Yeah. They're fun when you're running.
I like that you sticker bombed the door jams. I like it. How many what?
Engines? 5?
This is 4. I'm gonna be on 5 soon.
So mine's what? 6, I believe?
You're on 6?
I believe, yeah.
So I gotta blow this next one
You
and
need
then
2
I'll
more.
catch up.
Meanwhile, you fix that one, blow mine, then you're gonna fix yours, then mine. It's
Hey,
way too.
how are you? Oh, that's cute. A little lower.
You lost?
It's not me, no more.
Check engine came on.
It is on.
Yours
It's
is
been
on?
It's been on.
Mine was always on. For the wideband, for the wideband. Do you hear a rotary somewhere?
I think it is.
Somebody blew again. I told you so.
I do have you on tape saying that. How long did you give me? A month?
I give you like 2 weeks. I think you got me by like what?
I think it's been 3 weeks.
I think
4 weeks?
I think a
Like
month. Yeah.
A month? About that?
Yeah, about that.
So is this like the Price is Right where I go over, you don't win?
It lasts a little bit longer. It's here again.
Yeah, back so soon.
Mi madre me llamaba tarde, Bill.
That's good, right? I'm fluent.
Sounds like the Google translators trying to be in Spanish.
Hey man. Let's see. I speak German, Spanish, French, Italian. My hands are covered in oil. Come on. You took the head off. I didn't even see you do it. Oh,
We found the
whoa.
problem.
Did that fall in there or was that in there?
Oh, don't fall in there.
Oh, okay. The scratch here. Whoa. That's done for. So it must have been. Oh, yeah. This whole wall is f***ed up. I wonder if the other side will look worse. That way I can get first look under it. Yeah, same thing. There's literally metal here on the piston. Oh, there's chunks in here. You guys can see along here too. So I guess now we're gonna keep pulling it apart. I don't see any metal in that. Wait, before we get any further, Elmer did say a common issue with the 207s is the crank bending.
I see gray on the bottom, like all metal.
Yeah, you're right, a little bit.
All metal.
Okay, yeah, that looks very gray now that I look at it. So here comes a moment of truth, you guys. We are about to separate the block. When I say we, I mean Jesse. And we'll see what the real damage is. Donna, Donna. It looks straight.
Not that bad.
Not too bad. That's probably what was in the oil pan. It looks like there's a little bit of friction on the inside of the bearings. So the crank actually doesn't look too bad. We're gonna pull it out right now to take a closer look. Honestly, it looks okay. Yeah, that looks fine. Here's the culprit.
Oh, sh.
Oh, whoa.
What the f?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
seen some- Okay, you ready to see piston number 1?
Holy sh.
I think that's what that noise was.
Yeah.
Well, we found the culprit.
Damn.
We still got 2 more to look
Yeah,
at.
because the bearings look good.
All right, that's 4. 4 looks okay. So 3 and 4 okay. 1 is that. Let's see what 2
1 and
looks
2.
like. Yeah, 1 and 2. Oh god.
Oh.
Oh. Wow.
Damn.
How does that feel? Whoa, that's gritty and rough. You guys hear that? Oh, this is really bad here. Oh, I got metal on my fingers.
Careful.
Yeah. Well, that's the verdict. We're gonna send the crank in to see if it is off balance or whatever the case may be. But piston 1 and 2 are basically shot. 3 and 4 looked good, but usually those are the culprit ones. Comment below if you guys know a lot about Subaru engines. Why do you think it was the front 2 cylinders? And on top of that, should I build it? Should I just put in the stock 205 I already have? I could put that in while I build it. I could just say f it and do like a 2J or an LS. Let me know what you guys think I should do. I'm gonna weigh out my options. A lot of it's gonna come down to what is cost effective, but I really did like the 207, so let me know your guys' thoughts. These pistons look absurd. Holy hell. Before we jump to any conclusions, there still is the chance that the crank and or the rods are a little bit bent. You guys, they look fine, but all it takes is a couple degrees for stuff like this to happen. I don't know. Should I just sell this thing? Should I just put the 205 in it and sell it?
That's up to you.
What do you think, man?
I'll just keep it, but
Just keep it.
yeah.
Just dumping all my money into it.
blowing it and fixing it, blowing it and fixing it.
It's a never-ending cycle. So there you have it. Hi guys, it's freezing. I'm getting out of here. Bye. Thank you. I don't think I have ever stayed at EJ's Auto this late. You guys, thank you so much for staying and helping me tear apart this 207 to see what exactly happened. Wow, a lot happened. So I got on the phone with Bill from Delicious Tuning, and he has so much experience with these as well. It was great to talk to him. What he thinks happened is that at some point it looks like cylinders 1 and 2 were flooded. Be that from the previous owner of the car, be that from me. I'm gonna send off the injectors from when I first got the engine and also my injectors to see if maybe 2 of them weren't working properly. And then also we are going to check the charcoal canister because the guys here at the shop have had some failures in the past of the charcoal canister clogging the fuel pump. So I'm gonna figure it out because the last thing I want is to put a new engine in and it happening again because I swapped injectors or because the fuel pump's clogged or whatever the case may be. Bill from Delicious Tuning, the guys over at EJ's Auto, thank you so much for sincerely all your help. You guys, I love working on cars so much, and weirdly, I love diagnosing even more. I get excited about stuff like this. So, I don't know if I'll sell the Subaru. Let me know what you guys think. I can always put the 205 in her and then just sell her. I can also put the 205 in her and drive her while I rebuild the 207. I could go a bunch of different routes. Either way, let me know. You hear the Subaru in the background? The weird thing about all of this is that the number 1 cylinder that goes is cylinder 4, and then it's 3. The fact that 1 and 2 went, that's the mystery. So if you guys have any ideas of things I can check too, let me know. It's just weird that it happened to 2 because usually it would happen across the board. Oh, also to add when I was talking about it earlier, also, if you guys took a look at the spark plugs, cylinder 1 and 3, the bad cylinders, they looked like they were burning oil. They had that little charcoal color to it. So that could have happened post scoring of the walls and it reached the spark plugs, and then the pistons for 1 and 3, the tops of them looked a little burnt and they were oily. Oil again could be from the scoring on the sides. The ring lands looked fine. Piston rings looked okay. Getting a little technical because I want you guys to comment and legitimately let me know. And I also just like this. I don't know. Who am I kidding? But yeah, I'm super excited to tackle this, and who knows what we will do next. You guys, shop.ameliahartford.com. Show the channel some love, and new stuff will be rolling out soon. Also, the jet tags, the green and white jet tags, I only bought like 50 this time, just for like the few people who keep messaging me and saying they didn't get them. I bought some more. They're on the site, so if you guys want to help support the channel and help me with blowing Subaru engines, shop.ameliahartford.com. Thank you guys so much for watching every single episode and supporting the way that you do. I love you guys sincerely from the bottom of my heart. ECREW, we are a family and we are strong, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. ECREW, we out here with love. Bye! Alright, so here comes the... Whoa, my hair is on another thing right now.